As you guys can tell by the title of this video and the intro to this video, after 5 long years of owning this car, I have finally fulfilled the dream of buying Bride seats. Yes, for those of you who don't know, it is pronounced Bride, not Bride. I know it looks like Bride, but it's pronounced Bride. And if you didn't know, now you know. I almost feel like I don't want to throw these boxes away because, like, check them out. They're so nice. They got the Bride logo on the side. This is my first time installing seats ever. So I know I'm going to run into that stage where I get super frustrated because something isn't working out. Hopefully I don't, but I know most likely I will. So we're just going to jump right into it. We're going to get these seats unboxed. I'm super excited. I guess a little backstory on this. I wasn't really expecting these seats as soon as I got them. So there was a shipment already coming from Japan, and I got the chance to acquire them if I wanted to. But let's get these unboxed and show you guys what we went with. We're gonna be super careful here so we don't actually poke the seat or anything. Oh, little goodie bag. I wasn't expecting that. Let's check it out. They sent me a Bride gradation shirt. Bride on the front. That is super sick. This black one, holding Monster, Bride. Monster on the back. This is crazy. By the way, these seats are super light. They're just a little bit over 16 pounds, so really light. So as you can see, everything is super well packaged. We have them in the box, and then they have this cardboard piece over them, and then they come in an actual bag. It's the first one, dude. This is exciting. Oh my god. This is honestly so crazy to me because I always dreamt of having seats like this, and now they're here, dude. It's so crazy. These are the Bride Zeta IVs. Got the low max. I went with the gradation. I feel like you just have to with these. This is like the iconic look when you think about Bride seats. And also I went with the FRP Sparkleback. I feel like this is also just super iconic. I think there was an option to go with like a carbon backing. So first off, right off the bat, the material of this seat just feels super high quality. You got the black padding up top, Bride logo with the Lomax logo. On the sides here where your shoulders go, it has like this carbon, like dry carbon fiber material. And then this leather material that comes all the way down to the bottom of the seat. Of course, like I said, you have the gradation in the middle. This is all Velcro, so this comes off. You can put that back on. Same thing with the bottom right here. At the top here, where your harness holes are, you have this carbon piece around the edges, which is just a really nice touch. I really like that about this seat. And also you have them on the sides right here with the Bride logo on the top. Just a super nice look. And then of course, like I said, on the back, we have the Sparkleback FRP. Bride logo on the back right here. Overall, just a super high quality seat. I'm super excited for these. A little bit about the technology that went into this seat. So you have this middle seam right here, which will actually follow your spine. And then you also obviously have the split right here at the bottom of the seat for independent control of either your left leg or your right leg. You also have the Lomax system, which allows you to actually sit lower in the seat. The seat sits lower in the car itself. And then also one thing that people were kind of complaining about with the Zeta 4s were the harness holes. So these are a lot bigger than the Zeta 3s. And the reason for that is you're actually able to run now the Hans neck restraint. So it's actually a safety feature. People sometimes go more for the aesthetic side of things instead of like the actual safety of it. So if you guys are wondering why these are bigger, that's why. First time sitting in the seat, and honestly I think this seat it fits me literally perfect. The shoulders, this is like where I notice it the most, is my shoulders are being held in like super tight. And then on the thighs right here, it's not like uncomfortably tight, but you know, I feel like I'm locked in, like I'm just being hugged by someone, if that makes sense. So overall, just a really nice seat, super high quality. I'm so excited for these. I can't wait to throw them in the car. But before we get into the install, I want to give a huge thank you to Lot USA. For those of you who don't know who Lot USA is, Lot USA has been around since 1994, and they are the master distributor for Bride here inside of the United States. So you can't buy directly from them, But if you guys are interested in looking for some Bride seats for yourself or your car, you can go on their website and they have a list of authorized dealers, and then you can purchase through those authorized dealers depending on where you are in the country, or the nearest authorized dealer to you. I also had the pleasure of being introduced to Bun. So Bun is the owner of Lot USA. I was introduced to him at SubiFest, I think in 2019. I think it was before the pandemic. And I was introduced to him through Tony, aka Speedmaster Lee. I spoke with him at SubiFest, and think about it, this was like 3 years ago, and we talked about potentially getting some Bride seats for my car. I also tested out seats while we were there, so it was just a cool experience, and now I'm here sitting in one of these that's about to go in my car. So overall, a really cool experience. So thank you also to Tony. Couldn't have done this without him. And lastly, I want to thank Bride over in Japan for also making this possible, who actually just had their 40th anniversary last year. So 41st this year. I think it's about that time. Let's get these seats installed. We're gonna unbox that one, put them side to side, get some cool pictures, and then we also have the seat rails behind us over here that we're gonna unbox and pretty much piece them together. And I think that's the hardest part. I think the hardest part is doing the seat rail stuff, and then I think putting them in the car would be easy, but then I don't want to jinx myself. So let's get this unboxed and we'll start the install. And one more thing, inside the seat box and everything, we have this. So this is the certificate of authenticity for the seat. So as you guys know, there's a lot of reps out there, and this pretty much proves that it's a real seat. So you have your serial number, stamp at the bottom, and I believe there's 2 of these that come with each seat. You also have your hardware in here, you have your Bride decal, and I believe these are the instructions to how to install them, but unfortunately I don't speak Japanese and I don't read Japanese either, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. This is everything that comes in that box right there. We have the seat rails, we have the side brackets, 2 of them, and then we have this. And if I had to make an assumption, I think this is for your seatbelt. And check this out, guys, on the side of the seat rail, that is so dope. Small little touch that makes it just look so much better. I'm kind of diving into this, and I've been just looking at the pictures on the instructions, and they're actually a huge help. So we have the seat rails, and the sliders are already on there. So what you need to do is pull the slider forward and then line up these 2 holes for the side brackets. So you line those 2 up, and then you're gonna push the slider back so that these back 2 holes right here are hanging over just like this. Otherwise you can't really put a nut in there, you can't get under there. And once we tighten all of this down, then we can throw the seat on top and then throw the bolts on the side right here. So as you can see now, I move the slider backwards, and now these 2 nuts you don't have access to, but now these under here you do. So I don't know if that makes sense, but pretty much you just got to slide back and forth to do each side, or to tighten each side down. First seat is complete. We got the seat rails on, side brackets are all mounted. We haven't put the seatbelt in, which hopefully you can do afterwards, because if I have to take this whole thing apart again, I probably will cry. I think what I'm gonna do is remove the passenger seat. So that's the passenger one. I'm gonna remove that one and make sure that we can put the seatbelt on after, because I don't want to build two of them and then have to retake both apart, if that makes sense. Oh my god, these are so heavy compared to the new ones. Well, I'm an idiot. I spent like 30 minutes trying to figure out why this stupid buckle won't tighten. I didn't know that they moved. Well, whatever, I guess it moves. So this seat's done. I think we're ready to put it in. Let's put it in. You should take the time to vacuum, but I don't have a vacuum, so we're not gonna vacuum. But I'll vacuum one day. Damn, that took forever. But it's in. Check it out. It feels so different in here now. Passenger side in compared to OEM. Check it out. That looks so sick. Woo! Look at that. That looks so dope. Look at the size difference. There's so much room right here, and on the OEM ones it's like super snug. And then you got that sticker on the outside, just looks so good. And then I don't know if you guys can tell, maybe from the top right there, but the Bride seat is way lower than the OEM one. Well, not like super low, but it's lower for sure. And this is the view from the driver's side. It's time to install the driver's side seat. Now that I did one seat and I know what I'm doing, I think what I'm gonna try and do is go a little bit more in depth and show you guys how to put the seat rail, the side brackets all together. I looked up videos on YouTube and there's nothing that tells you exactly where stuff goes, so I'll show you guys. So this is the front of the seat rail because you have the slider handle right here. So you want the round holes in the back, and then you want these bigger oval ones up front. So this side would be this side, and then this one you'd want the holes in the back, so it'd be that side, if that makes sense. There's one important thing. So on this side right here where the seatbelt goes, this isn't where the seatbelt goes, but on this side there's this bracket welded on there. If you were to put your bracket on there, it would like teeter-totter, and obviously you can't bolt that down like that. You have this piece right here, which is for your seatbelt, which will go on the back side like that, and that'll balance that side out. And then they also supply you with 3 spacers. So one of these spacers will go on this second front hole, and now this side is completely level, but that leaves this side, which would not be level to this side. So they supply 2 more washers. So one will go on the back right there, and one will go on the front right there, and now both brackets would be level with each other. That was the only part that was confusing me at the beginning, but once I looked at the instructions, it literally tells you how and where everything goes, where every single bolt and washer goes, and that's how I was able to figure it out. But like I said, there's no videos on YouTube that kind of explain all of that, so hopefully this helps someone. And then once you get those side brackets fully mounted, you take your seat and you put it in place, and then you just line up these holes to the holes on the seat right there. Both Bride seats are officially installed. Here is the back seat view. It's so different. I'm sitting lower. I could barely see over the hood now. We got both buckles in, and this one actually has a sensor on it that I took off the old seat, and I did reconnect underneath the seat. I hope you guys are excited. I told you guys that we had some cool content coming for you guys. I guess we gotta end today's video in the seats. Let me know what you guys think about the seats in the comments down below. Once again, I want to give a huge thank you to Bun. I want to give a huge thank you to Lot USA, Bride Japan, and Tony. Without all of them and their help, none of this would have been possible. So thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys go follow Lot USA on Instagram. I'll put it up on the screen right here. Also, if you guys are interested in getting bucket seats like these for your car, like I said, you guys can head over to the Lot USA website, and on their website it'll tell you which retailer is closest to you so that you guys can get your hands on your own pair of seats. That's gonna be it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think about the seats. Let me know what you thought about the install. If you guys have any questions, make sure you send us a DM on Instagram. I couldn't be happier. I'm super stoked. And there's a lot more coming, guys. I promise. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and I will catch you next time.